The Extinction Rebellion. There they are. I noticed Jon Snow hasn't come out yet and said, I've never seen so many white people in my life. Many of them appear to be, but no one's commented on that. I guess because they're not voting Leave. These are exclusively Remainers, I would imagine. The Extinction Rebellion is a global movement to force governments to do more about climate change and things of that nature, and they're focusing their efforts on disrupting the lives of everyday ordinary people to force some action. They have 3 demands. Global extinction. Demand number 1, tell the truth. Always a good demand. Government must tell the truth by declaring a climate and ecological emergency, working with other institutions to communicate the urgency for change. You must tell the truth, but mainly the truth that we want you to tell people. Number 2, act now. Because it's urgent, you see. It's an emergency. Act now. Government must act now to halt biodiversity loss and reduce greenhouse gas emissions to net zero by 2025. So within 6 years, net zero greenhouse gases. It's good that they're setting realistic targets. It's always good to set achievable targets, I find. Basically, that means we have to switch the country off. Switch it off. Everything, that's it. Off. And we all have to build shelters and eat berries and shit, I suppose. Although they probably complain about that. Demand 3, because their website's just changed on me. That's weird. Didn't like that. Why did it do that, Graham?
I've no idea.
Oh man, now this has crashed. Basically, demand 3 is that they want a... Oh, hang on, here we go. I don't want to watch a sortation short film. Go fuck yourself. Why are you fucking with me now? Why are they fucking with me, Graham?
They know you're talking about them.
What's sortition? What does it mean? I don't know what that word means. I'm too stupid to know what that word means. I'm way too stupid to understand what sortition is. But I'm not as stupid as some of these people, and I'll get to that in a moment. Just going to bring up this third demand here. I'm not going to defrag my drive right now. Thank you very much. Beyond politics is the third demand. Government must create and be led by the decisions of a citizens' assembly on climate and ecological justice. A citizens' assembly. Now, we've agreed here. That sounds an awful lot like inviting socialists into government. And I mean real ones. Not the American idea of a socialist, which is anyone that wants any kind of public health care or anything like that. No. Real socialists. The kind of people that think about citizens' assemblies. So, yeah, a government within a government led by doubtless people who think they're more important than everybody else, even though they say we're all part of the same problem, the same solution, and we'll all work together. But you'll work underneath us, because we're going to be the citizens' assembly. And this assembly will be able to tell the government what to do about the climate and ecological justice. There's no great definitions out there for ecological justice. You'll be very surprised to learn, but that's still one of them. So what are they doing to achieve these demands, these serious demands, these 3 demands? Because remember, they want to clean the planet. They don't want us using fossil fuels. They want it clean, spotless, pristine. So these thousands of people have converged upon London. Obviously, it's taken them weeks to get there because they've walked. They've walked wearing nothing but hemp and natural fibres for their clothing. And they have... Oh, no, right, I'm wrong. Half of them were probably taken there by Mummy in the Range Rover. The rest used public transport to go down there, protest in front of Parliament when no one's fucking there, and just disrupt the lives of ordinary people. People who need to go to work. People who have to get around. Maybe have to see sick relatives. Look after people. Take the kids to school. Do a job or they don't get fucking paid and they can't pay for the heating or the food. Just so you middle-class, boring twats can superglue yourselves to the fucking pavement. One dickhead, we got a picture of him here. Get this dreadful twat. Look at that. Superglued himself to a train. That little note there, by the way, says, glued to window, do not pull me. Pull it. Fine, don't. Just drive the fucking train off. See how good the superglue is. What speed does it give up? Is it the glue that gives up? Or the skin off the palm of his hands? As he tumbles beneath the wheels, doing his bit to fertilise the land after being ground into minced beef. No, we don't do that. We stop everyone's fucking day to make way for dreadful wastes of fucking skin like this person here. And they'll go, oh, we've saved the planet. You've done fuck all. Because nobody in power cares that you've gone down there and disrupted other people's lives. You've just pissed people off. You just pissed them off. Emergency service vehicles have had troubles. Everything. You're just a fucking nightmare. It's like them bellends that went and blocked the trains on Mother's Day last year and were getting support from people. And it wasn't even for anything to do with this fucking country, was it?
No. It was a war.
The war somewhere else has got fuck all to do with us. And some people couldn't go and see the mothers on Mother's Day. I mean, they're using super glue. Shouldn't they have used nails? Although that uses iron, doesn't it? Which you've got to rape from the ground and burn and fire. Just the dreadful twats. Celebrating the fact they've used resources to go down there and fuck everybody else's day up. Creating traffic jams. Creating tailbacks that absolutely burn through fossil fuels. Absolutely burn through them, all the emissions and everything else. And they probably all went for a nice dinner afterwards, eating something that pollutes the planet. All sat there going, oh yeah, aren't we great, on the fucking smartphones that are terrible pollutants and not made in the best of conditions. Look into some of the things that go into making these motherfuckers. Filthy. They've all got one. All these save the earth types, and they all tell me the same thing when I bring this up. Well, I'm still doing what I can. No, you're not. You're not. Why don't you all fuck off to one of those islands off Scotland where I want to put all the jihadists and like fucking criminals and shit? Get one for yourselves, live in a cave and eat fucking grass for the rest of the 20 years you'll probably live on this planet when you regress back to the fucking Bronze Age. Go do that shit. Tell me how you get on. Don't use resources like other people. Don't do it. Sign out. Go and live, and I'm sure everyone will follow your example. Or at least everyone will watch on TV as you waste away and all die terribly young of fucking smallpox and shit. Because you can't have medical treatment because, you know, science, bad, polluting, ooh, chemicals. Don't want that. Fucking emergency. And Graham was telling me before this thing about halt biodiversity loss. It already has been. It's sort of flatlined out, hasn't it?
Yeah, in Europe.
Dropped from the 70s and then it's... and was it in the US it's actually improving?
Yeah, in the US it's actually gone up.
We might see that drop off a bit after the new regulation scrapping by the Trump legislation, but we'll see. But yeah, we're doing a lot better than we did. It's already happening.
But like literally one of their main demands has already been met. Yeah. So what the fuck are they doing? But
it's not good enough, Graham. It's not good enough. They need to see more biodiversity. And not at nature's pace. They want it now. They want it now. Just the way they want their pret-a-manger sandwich. Now. They want their coconut fucking latte. Now. While they go and be the people's warriors. That's dreadful. That's for that super glue shit. Anyone that superglues themselves to the floor. You know those street sweeper machines? They're not going fast enough to kill them.
Give them a wash.
Give them a wash. Scrape them off the pavement. They got them things for chewing gum, haven't they? The street guys use the scrapers. There you go. Just do that. The ones that superglued themselves to all the windows on the shops, leave them. Leave them. It'll wear off in a few days.
Yeah.
They might find sleeping tricky if they've done it in a standing position.
They want to hire homeless people on the snide to harass them. That's the way to do it. You're there stuck to shell. It's just a almost a horny one. That's how you do it.
You wouldn't have to hire them. Just leave someone in the centre of London fucking glued to a window. Gluing yourself to shit, come on.
Send one of Trump's buses their way, eh? Drop them all off out front.
Fucking ridiculous. Ever really the Extinction Rebellion. We got any emails there, Cherry?
We have. We
Oh,
got
my
one of
word.
Smoke Steve.
Oh, good.
Hey fellas, it's fucked up. Used to be the Liberals that were against censorship. The Conservatives in the US used to burn Twisted Sister records in massive piles. Bonfires of shitty metal.
Oh, that still goes on. That still goes on. Be under no illusion. The religious right has not improved. We just don't hear as much from them. That's the only difference. You know, it's not like that got better. It's just that other shit stepped up. The left had a hold my beer moment, and people forgot what liberal means, and became leftist authoritarian fucking scum.
They got
Fascists.
power hungry with it, didn't they? With the purity tests. We've had Happy Dogs said that Heathrow is getting targeted tomorrow, just in time for the people wanting to get away for Easter weekend.
Lovely that, isn't it? Lovely that. People have saved up all bloody year for a couple of days away somewhere nice.
Yeah,
Ask Happy Dog where he was tomorrow.
I mean, it literally affects the poor people the worst. That doesn't
Yeah,
it? It's
of
like
course.
the poorer you are, the more that's going to like be a problem.
No, absolutely. The wealthy, like we said earlier, I'll go away in a couple of months' time. It's fine.
Mr. Killsey1 said, "How do you lessen cow flatulence to net zero?"
Corks. Big corks.
Buckaroo said, "Global warming is nothing but lies."
I don't know about
that what
that.
he
There's
said?
compelling science. There is compelling science on the issue, but it's all been played out and taken to just for people to use as a stick to beat other people with. I don't know, but I don't think the way we're handling it is correct. I don't think that the monetization of it is a very great idea. But I think it would be naive to believe we're not having a negative impact on the environment. I think it'd be very naive to believe that. And there are the other natural things occurring. One of the best scientific takes I saw was that there are natural things occurring. We're just helping accelerate them. We're just helping make them worse. You got the giggles, Cherry. What have you seen?
I thought I heard Graham fart then, but
It
it
was
might
his
have been a
chair.
chair.
Yeah, it was his chair.
This is a professional operation. How dare
Of
you?
course it is.
How dare you?
Farley Green says, between ice ages, it warms up. Yes, because it's between ice ages. Otherwise, it would just be called Ice Age. But yeah, fair point. Well noticed.
I think the thing
Not
is,
much gets past him.
it is warming, but it's like, well, what do we do about it? Are we going to freak out and glue ourselves to the road, or are we just going to adjust life
I'm going to glue myself
around
to the road.
it? You know,
But I'm actually going to glue myself to the floor in my house.
yeah,
So I'm only disrupting my life.
just sweating and dogs everywhere.
Shouting the wife.
Yeah.
Help! I've done a stupid thing again.
How do they poo when they do this? How do they poo?
Just got to let it go, dude.
Yeah. Oh,
Or
you
let
end
it
up like
fly.
that guy out of June. You know, the bad guy. What's his name? The Harkonnen. We've had a message actually as well. Fano Boss, I don't know if we've talked about this yet. The Jim Jeffries and Avi Yemeni thing.
No, I've just bitched about it on Twitter.
Privately.
Yeah, I think that's something we'll get into on one of the shows. It's a bit big to get into at the moment. My take is Jim Jeffries is a wanker. But do you know what? He's playing the game. He's doing what he's doing. He wants a successful show and wants to make money. So what do you expect from the mainstream? That's how they operate. That's what they do. I'm sure we have spoke about this on one of the shows.
I think we did on the podcast a little bit maybe, but it's still ongoing, isn't it, really, in terms of the clusterfuck. G.I. Joe said that Facebook is for fucking losers.